Hey, welcome back to World Entertainment, and it looks like a rumour anyway is saying that Joker FOLIE has had a test screening. Yeah, apparently Warner Brothers has done a test screening for this movie. It is a rumour, and it's only coming from one person as of now anyway, talking about it. We're going to have a look at what they say. Now, they're saying spoilers. There isn't actually any real spoilers. There's just a tiny bit of information regarding Harley and Joker. That's really it. They mentioned other characters, but no names or descriptions are given. There's nothing given about the plot for the movie. There's no given away of the story or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about any of that. It's just the article says there's spoilers, and it's regarding, well, we're assuming it's regarding one possible part, and it's really nothing. It's about Harley Quinn, but it's not a spoiler. But we'll have a look at this anyway, because apparently it sounds like it works, even though it's a musical. But we'll find out. Again, let's take it with a pinch of salt, because it is coming from apparently one source so far on Twitter that's been putting it out. So it says some reactions to the recent test screening of Todd Phillips' Joker FOLIE have been shared online, and it sounds like the filmmaker has pulled off a worthy sequel to Warner Brothers' $1 billion grossing original. Now, just to go back there, it says that some reactions have been shared online. And again, it's only coming from one person. So, again, take it with a pinch of salt. So, though the version that's screened is said to have some editing and script issues that need to be resolved, all of the reactions we've seen so far have been very positive. The first round keep things pretty vague, but are no less intriguing. So it says, the film is super bloody, chaotic, aggressive, surrealistic, but somehow true to its essence. Gaga and Joaquin are on the same level in performance. The musical aspect is not presented in a controversial way. They sing, of course, but it works in a different pattern. Very risky, but effing genius. Overall, the film seeks to balance itself to captivate both critics and the general public. Now that part there is a bit concerning, that they want to balance for both critics and the general public. Why would you be trying to cater to the critics? They'll either like it or they won't. The fact that you're trying to cater to them to get positive reactions as well as the audience is very bizarre. But apparently it works and whatnot. The way it's saying they sing, but it's a different pattern. Again, it's a bit weird to hear that, but if you think back to how the music worked in your first film, especially, of course, the staircase scene, I think they're talking about it's kind of in that vein. So here is the part that they say is a bit spoilery. Again, it's really not spoilery at all. So it's but if you don't want to know this part, you skip forward. But this is what it is. It says Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn is said to be equal to Phoenix or even more central. Arthur Fleck supposedly never refers to her as Harley, but a nickname derived from it. Both characters reportedly perform songs as a duet, and some are just her singing. Songs are a mix of old and new. So apparently the spoilery part of that is that he doesn't call her Harley and has a nickname for her. That's it. That's what your big spoilery part is supposed to be. Now a lot of people get worried about the idea of she'll be more central to him. I think it means not that she's gonna be front and center and he's gonna be nowhere to be seen, that she'll be better than him. It's that they're going to be kind of on par with each other. I'm assuming she comes a bit more central in terms of the singing. So keep that in mind. Songs are a mixture of old and new. I'm assuming that means they're singing recognised songs. That's the only way I can read that. God knows what kind of new songs they would be. Or even the old songs. This is the other part that supposedly is a bit spoilery, but again, it tells you really nothing. But it says famous characters appear in it. Some changes to lore, since these movies are standalone from certain other DC franchises. And they're saying, we find it hard to imagine the Dark Knight himself showing up. Well, of course he won't show up, because he's still a child at this stage. His parents are still alive at this stage. Because this movie is supposed to pick up right from where the first movie left off. And when they're saying other characters, of course that's alluding to other villains. Of course there'll be other villains. He's in Arkham Asylum in this movie, for God's sake. So of course we'll see other villains. Question is, who? We don't know, because again, it tells us nothing. Doesn't give us anything about the story. Doesn't really give us anything about the character. Even how Harley and Joker really meet up. You know, what the scene is to get that done. Where they sing, how they sing, when they sing. Nothing like that comes up. But it sounds like it possibly works. Now again, this all seems to be coming from one person, supposedly, unless all of that is from different people, but it's just put down as one person saying it. So we don't really know. I know a lot of people are concerned about this, and rightfully so. You know, it's a bit off-putting being told, oh yeah, we're doing a sequel. Number one, nobody wanted the sequel because that was the genius of the first movie. It was a one and done. But once they said musical, people are like, oh no. And I wonder now if Lady Gaga may have hurt this movie a little bit with her International Women's Day situation that's going on. Because, yeah, she kind of gone messed up on that one. And people weren't happy. And, you know, could you get that reaction of, she can screw off, I'm not going to watch something with her in it. Time will tell. But if test screenings are happening, if that's legit, then a trailer must be almost here. You know, normally when you start getting this news, all of a sudden trailers drop and you get posters and stuff. Okay, the last time this type of thing happened, the trailer ended up coming out 3 days later. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing shows up on Thursday or Friday for a trailer. We'll wait and see what happens. But apparently they've pulled it off. We'll wait and see. So with that, like, share, subscribe, check out the memberships, check out the merch, all that good stuff. And with that, I'll leave it there for this one. So cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.